Let's see how we might diagram prepositions. And of course, the first thing we need to know is what is a preposition. So a preposition is a structure word that relates a noun or a pronoun to the rest of the sentence. I have a whole bunch of prepositional phrases here. So this is called a phrase. And you can see lots of examples. And they're all kind of similar in the sense that they start with a preposition, above, over, and so on. And then that is followed by a noun, or sometimes a pronoun, as in besides me, as well as any modifiers. So you can see here, the is an article. We have my, which is a pronoun acting as an adjective. We have the again. We have a. And you can imagine other modifiers as well, lots of adjectives that you can stick in there. But the main point is that our prepositional phrase starts with a preposition and ends with a noun or a pronoun, which is what we call the object of the preposition. Now, there are lots of prepositions as mentioned. Many of them have to do with time or with space. There are some abstract prepositions as well. And you don't have to memorize them all, but over time I think you'll see the pattern. And then even if you don't know if something is a preposition, just looking at how it's used in a sentence, you'll be able to figure it out. All right, let's talk about a sentence here then, and I'll write it out first. This sentence goes, "The Prime Minister talked about his passion for pineapples past midnight." Now, as you look at the sentence, you can see that it contains a few prepositional phrases. So we have about his passion, we have for pineapples, and we have past midnight. And if you put all these between parentheses, then all you would have is the core of the sentence, which is the Prime Minister talked, right? That's all we have here. As we diagram this then, the question is, well, what is modifying what? How are these prepositional phrases actually being used? If we look at talked about his passion is modifying the talking. So talked in what way? Talked about his passion. And so when you modify a verb, then you're using an adverb. Now we haven't actually explained adverbs yet, so you'll just kind of believe this on trust, but a prepositional phrase can act like an adverb to describe the verb. The other possibility is that it functions like an adjective to describe a noun. So if we look at his passion, what kind of passion? A passion for pineapples. So this second prepositional phrase describes the noun in the first prepositional phrase. About his passion, what kind of passion? Passion for pineapples. And then we have this last one, past midnight. And past midnight tells us when the Prime Minister talked. So again, it refers back to talked, to the verb, and it acts like an adverb. In other words, when we're dealing with prepositional phrases, they are going to act like an adjective or an adverb. And as we go on with our lessons, this will become clear. So don't stress if you find the adverbial part a little bit confusing at this point. Let's now diagram our sentence. As you can see, when we diagram the prepositional phrase, we put the preposition on a line that has a 45-degree angle, right? There's our preposition. Then just before the end of the line, we draw a horizontal line and we put the noun or the pronoun on that. And then any modifiers go underneath the line as usual. Modifiers. Now you can see here that we have one prepositional phrase for pineapples describing passion, which is in another prepositional phrase. And then we have both of these units about his passion for pineapples and past midnight, both describing talked, right? And so we put them kind of side by side here. All right, let's hope that that gives you some clarity about prepositions and how to diagram prepositional phrases.